Hello, how are you? Get that there. Okay. So my name is Jessica Petty, and I'm here today to talk about becoming known for the problem that you solve, how to grow your business to $1,000 a month, $1,000 a month in 30 days. And I am studying with Bob Heilig, who his program's called Your Virtual Upline, or the Love, Serve, Grow program, and that's where I'm learning all this from. So if you want to dig more into that, you can, watch some of his stuff. He's really interesting, and I've only been learning this for the last few weeks. So it's a different approach for me because, hi Rosie, thanks for watching. I was taught, share your products, share your products, share your products, and he teaches something different, and that's share the problem. Talk about the problem. Become known for a problem that our products solve without so much talking about the products. You talk about the products in private conversations, but you post about the problem. And then people that are dealing with that problem when they like and comment and love your post. So then you can reach out to them with, he has very authentic scripts, and I can share those scripts in another post if you're interested in those. So here are the core 4 activities he says to do to post about your problem. So what are some of the problems that you might want to post about? And you just want to pick one. Pick one problem that Young Living products solve and talk about that problem over and over and over and over again. And you're going to become known for that problem. And you might think, well, Jess, that's really repetitive and kind of boring. But that's the point. When people think of you, they think of, oh, she solves that problem, or he solves that particular problem. That's the point. So you might think, well, I want a lot of variety. I want to talk about all this different stuff. And you can, but it's going to dilute your purpose of becoming known for the problem that you solve. So what problem might you want to solve? Maybe it's something that that you've dealt with in your life and that Young Living products have solved for you. So maybe that's allergies. And it doesn't have to be compliant because you're not talking about the products in the posts. You're talking about the problem. Okay, so it could be allergies, it could be some illness that you've had, it could be emotional problems, it could be stress, it could be sleep, it could be anything that Young Living products solve, which you'll talk about in the conversations you have with people. But in your post, you're just talking about that particular problem and perhaps different ways that you solve it. So we'll get into that. So, all right, so this is a love-led approach. Instead of leading with your products, which is a very transactional approach, here's my product, buy it from me. You're leading with building relationships with people and coming to know them and really wanting to help and serve them. So it's a very kind of different approach. So your love-led approach, first what you're gonna do, you're gonna spend 10% of your time, 10% of your working business hours creating content. Just 10%, just 10% to find people who are interested in getting this particular problem solved. So let's say it's allergies, okay? So you're posting about allergies, and we'll talk about different types of posts that you can do in a few minutes, but you're posting content talking about allergies, maybe different types of allergies. And for me, I use Grok 3, which is a search engine. It's AI, or you can use ChatGPT. Say, hey ChatGPT, give me 10 posts about allergies and how to solve them. And it'll hooks. Give me 10 hooks about allergies and how to solve them, and it'll give you 10 hooks. And then you could say, give me a reel, real content for this particular hook, and it'll practically write the reel for you, and all you have to do is write it out and script it. And I'll talk about more of that in a second. But 10% of your post should be 10% of the time you spent on your business, he says, should be on creating content. That's not very much. 10%. Make one reel a day or one post a day, and on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, wherever you like to build. But he particularly says just choose one. You don't want to choose 2 or 3 different platforms. I post on Instagram and Facebook right now. That's where I'm kind of focusing on. Okay, so then 90% of your time, 90% of the time that you work on your business should be on what he calls authentic outreach. So these are your warm leads and hot leads. So 90% of your time are reaching out to the people that liked and loved your post and connecting with them, talking with them. And I'll give you the scripts in another post of what to say to them exactly. But it's very much finding out what problem they're dealing with and not leading with the product, not like, hey, do you want to start using my product? It's connecting with them, building the relationship and caring about them. And actually I can share another, I listened to an old recording yesterday of Jen Jordan talking about how to do care calls, which is this too. It doesn't have to be a call. It can be, just texting, reaching out to people on social media, or you can call them if you know them, if you have their phone number, and talk to them on live. Okay, so 90% of your time is spent reaching out to people. And we are a sales business. Let's just be real. We are a sales business. And in any sales business, the most of what you should be doing is talking with people. If you know about income producing activities, non-income producing activities are creating content, I don't know, organizing your desk, making your logo, I don't know, whatever it is that you do. But 90% of your time should be on income producing activities, and that's talking to people about your business or your products, or just making connections, making relationships. These are all income producing activities. It'll lead to income if you're creating the relationships, because that's how relationships build. Okay, so then down here, he says 3 other things are value add follow-ups, which is basically outreach again, and sharing your products, sharing your solution, your products for business eventually, which is also authentic outreach. So I kind of think these last 2 are also just part of number 2. So it's outreach, outreach, outreach. This is how your business is going to grow. This is how your business is going to thrive, and creating that outreach to talk to people so that they feel like you are a trusted resource, that you really want to help them, and that you have the solution to their problem, and that you're an expert on that problem. So what problem could you become an expert on? What books can you read on that topic, or things that you can come to know about that topic, so you can be literally an expert on that particular topic and feel comfortable talking about it with anybody. So it's probably something that you've dealt with in your life. And anyway, so that's the core of it. That's 10% creating content, 90% on the outreach of reaching out to people, texting, messaging, calling, and building those relationships, and so forth. Okay, so let's talk more about, here's my shiny one, B-roll content. So these are the posts. Like, what should you be posting? What's the 10%? What's the 10% of the content? What should you be posting? Anything to do with your posts, but B-roll content is really popular right now, and it's pretty easy to create. So you can go back to ChatGPT and say, give me 10, let's say your problem that you're addressing in your post is sleep, okay? So give me 10 hooks about sleep and how to get more sleep, how to conquer insomnia. Like, you can ask ChatGPT or Grok, whatever you want to ask them. So about that. So create 10 hooks for 10 different reels about sleep. And then say, okay, take the first one, whatever it says. Let's say, like, why do people lack sleep? Okay. So why do people lack sleep? That's your hook. Why do people lack sleep? Give me 7 slides, give me a text reel about why do people lack sleep with 7 slides. And you create video where you are like something like recording you typing, or just like B-roll content is like not somebody talking to the camera like I am now. It's more like someone filming me talking to the camera, or filming yourself doing the dishes, or filming your dog sleeping, or anything that's kind of in motion a little bit around your house. That's a little bit interesting. Maybe you're going for a walk, you're just filming, the plants around you, whatever. So that's B-roll content, is filming little videos and then having text overlay over that about the topic that you're talking about. And these are really interesting if it's like a value post where you are sharing, cat freaked out, where you're sharing something of value to them, where you're giving them tips, where you're giving them information, where you're saying something that's going to make them think about something that they can learn how to do better. And the second type of post that you can do with B-roll content, or any type of post, is a connection post, where you're talking about yourself, where you're telling a story about your life that has to do with the topic, or any kind of information about you, actually, that will get them to help you to know you better. Because people don't know you unless you share stuff about yourself, unless you're willing to be vulnerable and share and talk about who you are and what you're about. So that connection will help them to get to know and like you and trust you. So this business, I heard yesterday in Jen Jordan's thing that this business isn't network marketing. It's anyway, something about relationships. It's not multi-level marketing, it's multi-level relationships or something like that. And that's what it is. This is relationships. This whole business is relationships. If your business is not succeeding, it's because you're not building relationships. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Build strong relationships with people and share the products with them. That's how this business grows. Build relationships, and you do that by phone, by calls, by texts, by messages, by getting together, by sharing, by going live in your groups, by showing up. That's how people come to know, like, and trust you. So if you really want to be successful in this business, think about that. How can I build relationships? How can I build connection? How can I show up for my team so that they see me, they hear my voice, they know I'm here, they know they can reach out to me, that I'm not intimidating, that all those types of things, and then really delve into these conversations that you have with people through messaging where you are striving to get to know them. Ask them questions, open-ended questions, not just yes or no questions, but how can you ask them questions, which I'll share the scripts in another post, with how you can build relationships by asking them open-ended questions where they can share about how they're feeling. This is how trust is built. This is how relationships is built. This is how your business in network marketing is built. So thanks for watching. That's really all I have to share today. It's pretty quick, it's pretty simple. I'll share my other slide one more time, my other thing. So go back and watch from the beginning. The core 4 activities to get to $1,000 a month. 10%, make 10% of your time, make content. 90% of your time, authentic outreach. And connecting with people, your warm and hot leads, following up with them, and sharing your solution with them. That's all part of the 90%. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.